You're stuck and you're not hitting your health and fitness goals, you're not losing the weight, you're not feeling incredible, you're not changing your physique for this one reason. You're stuck because you do not have systems. You rely on motivation, you rely on your mood, you rely on everything feeling good and life being okay and life being simple and quiet for you to do the things that you need to do to get the results. So there's always a reason, there's always an excuse, something's always coming up, the kids are ill, there's illness, you're ill, it's cold, wet, dark, whatever the reason, there's always a reason why you're not feeling motivated or a reason why everything's feeling a bit overwhelming right now and hard. And that's because you don't have systems. So what I do as a coach for over 9 years in this industry, I love helping clients make systems. And we do two things. We make an optimal system, what we're going to do when everything is going well. And again, that actually rarely happens. What we're going to do when everything is going well. So it might be that in a dream world, you're going to work out 4 times this week. In a dream world, you're going to hit 15K steps every single day this week. In a dream world, you're going to track every little bit of food this week. That is the optimal goal. That's what we might set out when we start working together. It might be like what we have in our heads when everything's going well. But we always have a backup plan. We always have the wrong or the bad times that we're gonna have a plan for and a system for, because I work with busy mums who are time poor and drained. I work with shift workers. I work with women that have incredibly large businesses that are drained and time poor. The women I work with life does not go simply every time. There's always something that comes up. There's always an obstacle. So we always have a backup plan. And the backup system is really important. The backup system is how can we streamline things? So maybe the best plan is that we do 4 workouts a week. Maybe the backup system is that we do 2 home workouts and maybe a few stretches throughout the week just to keep ourselves moving. Maybe the best plan is that we do that 15K steps. Maybe the backup plan is we do more walking on our walking pad and we get out for a walk first thing. We build systems. We look at your diary. We look at what is realistic every single week and we build systems. And this might mean that we also build routine. Maybe on a Sunday and a Wednesday, you do your meal prep for the week ahead. Maybe on a Friday or a Saturday, you do your food planning for dinners the next week and you go and do your food shop. But we also know that if, for example, that doesn't happen, things don't get derailed. So we have it in our heads that these plans and these routines are not so strict that if something goes wrong, everything else goes to shit. It's really important that if you can't get to the food shop on Saturday, it means that actually there's always a backup plan. You've always got something in your freezer. You've always got some frozen chicken and some frozen veg and some rice packets in your fridge that you can just chuck together. There's always a backup plan. And again, there are systems. And for a lot of my clients, they eat out a lot. So a lot of my clients, I'll look through the menus of the places they regularly go and I'll help them pick the better options. Or if they always eat out at the weekends, we'll give them more calories or a bit more flexibility at weekends. It is so important. And if you're feeling stuck, it's because the systems you have are not working. They're not serving you. They're not realistic. They're not things you can repeat and they're not working for your life. So to get out of being stuck, you need the best case plan and what you would love to do every single week if life was optimal, and also the worst case plan. What is the bare minimum you can do in a week to still get results? Now, if the goal is fat loss, the bare minimum for most of my clients is food. I have clients that sometimes they don't get a workout in that week, or they might only get a few 5-minute desk workouts, which I love doing, by the way, with my clients that work from desks throughout the week, and they get a few star jumps. I've got some clients that don't even have structured workouts. They just do little daily movement tasks. And the big thing that gets the results for fat loss is nutrition. So that is where we'll focus. And it might be ordering from a meal prep company, doing that food shop and getting a click and collect, having those backup options in the freezer, or again, having the better choices to go for while still relying on convenience. It's so important that we work for the life we have and not the life we want. I have 4 stepchildren, I have a dog, I have a husband, I have a big business. Life is always throwing curveballs. My dog is currently ill and has been ill for weeks. There's constantly something that one of the kids is ill or my husband's ill or whatever it might be, something's going wrong with the business. There's always something. That is life for most women. And I would feel very stuck if I had a plan that wasn't flexible, if I didn't know my bare minimums. So right now, my goal is an ultra marathon. That is the big goal. That's the big thing I'm working towards. So my bare minimums is 150 grams of protein a day and enough carbs on training days and 3 runs a week. Now, don't get me wrong. I also want to be building and maintaining my muscle. So I'm still trying to do some strength training sessions alongside that. But I know my minimum is the runs. If everything goes to shit that week and I cannot get to the gym, or I'm so drained or time poor, or like we're traveling, whatever it is, I know my minimums. I know the minimum things I need to do to still move the needle forward towards my goal, which means even on the weeks where things don't go perfectly and I don't tick everything off, I'm not feeling stuck. And if you want more tips and tricks like this, make sure you're following my YouTube channel and subscribe, and the link in the description will give you some other links to other places that I have daily tips and tricks for free, giving away advice that I literally give to my clients every single day and have been doing so for over 9 years. So if you're feeling stuck, this is the answer. Write down your goal, work backwards. What is the deadline for this goal? What do you want to achieve for this goal? Work out how many weeks, how many months, how many years, however long this goal is going to take you. Work out what you need to do, what's the bare minimum you need to do in terms of results. So for example, if you want to lose 10 pounds by summer, okay, you've got 18 weeks, let's say. You actually only need to be losing 0.8 or 1, I can't even do the maths. No, 0. That, I should have picked easier numbers. Whatever, say we need to lose £1 a week. Let's make it easier. Yeah, 10 pounds, 10 weeks, there we go. You need to lose £1 a week. For that to be the case, you then need to work out that you need a 500 calorie deficit a day to be roughly losing £1 a week. So to do that, you either need to focus on food, and maybe that's your bare minimum, and that's the thing that you make sure you control no matter what is going on, is hitting your calories and your macros. Maybe you also want to build that deficit through exercise. So steps might be your bare minimum. Work out your bare minimums, have backup plans. Know that, for example, if your whole workout plan is gym workouts, but sometimes you can't get to the gym, that is not going to work. If your whole food plan is tracking every single macro, but you often eat like family dinners that you can't weigh everything, or you go out to your parents' house a few times times a week to eat, that is also not going to work. Have a backup plan, have plans that are realistic, and systems. Systems are key. If you have any questions around any of this, if you want any help with your systems, or you feel a bit lost with what you should be doing, I am super happy to help. Just make sure you comment below and I'll get back to you. And again, make sure you're followed, make sure you're subscribing, because I do useful educational videos twice a week, every single week, and I'm here to get you to your goals, get you feeling unstuck, and get you feeling incredible.